There's many types of mindsets, and I want you to choose which one you're going to do today. Now, there are some mindsets and some bondages which keep you from birthing. The first one is the most one that hinders vision: lust. Lust will change your mind as a visionary. You will forget all the great things God said. You will forget the vastness of the vision. Lust literally slows your thinking up, and it kills the capacity inside of you because lust comes to consume you. Vision is supposed to consume you because it's from God, it's holy, and it's something to draw on for the future. But lust paralyzes you. Sometimes when people come in, they'll say, Prophetess, can you help me to know, like, what's stopping me? Why is it? Tell me what's stopping me. And I said, well, okay, you really want to know? I said, let's go through some texts. Are you keeping it holy? But because see, lust paralyzes the mind. Now you have to understand, lust goes after vision because vision is where your creativity is. This is creativity will cause you to be so on high for God because creativity comes from God. Think about an artist. Oh my God, they just get downloads. I've been times some mornings I'll get up running, looking for something to write because I'm so excited because a download comes. But when that download starts coming, it sets my fire. My spirit get on fire. I guess out the whole day I'm walking on air because my God told me this, and I'm thinking about, oh my God, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this, and then I'm constantly getting revelation. Oh my God, we're gonna do this, right? But when lust comes in, it goes straight for the creativity. It goes straight for your education. Lust make you lazy. So you next thing you're in college, brilliant engineer, close to your time of graduating. And then all of a sudden you get lax. All of a sudden, you finding your happiness in the phone somewhere on somebody's website that know it's not right. But that thing is filling you and it done hooked you. So now you've lost the passion for vision. Oh my goodness. Rejection will change the mindset of a visionary. It will. Because rejection make you emotional. It does. Rejection will help you to deal in the pain, and you live in the emotions of the pain that somebody says something to you at 6 years old. You are stuck there. So now your mind is so paralyzed, it can't receive the new things. The spirit of comfort, it limits your capacity. It makes you hard to accept change. Now, this is what I'm going to say. See, when you begin to get up age, you better start talking to yourself. You better command that mind to be renewed in God. You better you remind yourself of the vision that God has given you. Because that spirit of oldness can come and paralyze you and say, it's over. You done missed the season. You can't do it. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you the season is not over yet. You're actually at the ripe age because you got wisdom and you're no longer a foolish person. So now God can trust you with the vision and allow the vision to come forth. Now you have to understand the spirit of comfort make you relax and you settle. You good. Oh well, that could have been. Maybe somebody else supposed to do it. So there's two mindsets I want to talk to you about. Number one is the entitled mindset. There are visionaries who get to the point because they don't want to labor for the vision. They want to say they got the vision, but they want me to birth it for them. So this is what they do. They are blind to the brilliance of the vision. The mind is lazy, so they don't understand the fullness. God gave them a pattern for the vision, right? But he really waiting to give them the fullness of it. Some of y'all have launched something. You say, Prophetess, I don't know. I launched it. I thought I followed God. I said, oh, you sound like you lack instructions. You took the first thing you heard. You didn't wait for the breakdown of the vision. Somebody was saying, no, God, I'm anointed to preach. We're going to open up a church today. And then you wonder why all of a sudden you got goats and everybody's fighting and it's not working. You didn't get the fullness of it. Turn to your neighbor and say, I need the fullness. You think just because this is God, everybody should get on board. Most anointed visions are attacked. Most of them, the enemy goes after to shut them down. Because the more greater the vision is, the more the demon gets upset because you're going to shake his foundation. Oh my God. You believe in forcing others to develop your vision, baby. So you have authority and you think you're going to just hire everybody, whether y'all just do what I say do, right? No, a real vision like that, you don't have to force anybody to do anything. No. Following the path of others, when you're too lazy to be able to pray that thing through in the spirit and go in on and fast and pray. So what you're going to do is grab somebody else's vision and just grab a hold to it. Uh-huh. Next one is entitled to the success of others. Well, my daddy did that. I'm waiting on my daddy to die so I can get his money. Then I'm going to open up my business and do my vision. Really? So you waiting on dad money? Seriously? If God gave that vision, he will give it. He will fulfill it. He will send the people. He will anoint you for it. He'll open up the pathways. And if you saw the vision of you standing before the nation, baby, you just walk through those doors with those clean hands. And there will be a day that there will be a phone call. And that phone call will open up the doors for you. My God. Or you might be entitled. You're entitled. You feel like, well, I'm the oldest son, so they're going to give it to me. Well, I think you need to go visit David's house. Go visit David's house and see what happened in his house. But oh, I'm the oldest son. My mom gonna do it for me. I'm the oldest son. They gotta give it to me, right? Uh-huh. A person who is entitled, they have no defined purpose. They just live. They just live. Well, I'm saying to you today, if you're just living, that's a problem for me. That is a problem because God's got greatness inside of you. You just got to tap into it. You got to tap into it. You might say, but prophetess, I've lived foolishness so much, so long. That was then. Step in the new today, baby. Today is a new day. Today you hear wisdom. Today revelation comes to you. Go on and grab it and start new. See, y'all listen to me. I'd be inside. I'd be repenting and tearing down walls and while I'd be listening, I'd be devising the plan. The plan will be coming. You know why? Because see, you under revelation knowledge right now. I promise you the visions are dropping in your belly. Oh, yes, they'll drop it in your belly. Oh, I know in the beginning of the message, I know you went through, okay, I did this wrong, did that wrong. I know you're counting the fingers. You're going, yep, that was me. That was me. But you got no more fingers now. But guess what? This is the part. Start anew. Start anew. See, some of y'all got this glorified vision inside of you, but some of you all just need to tell your story. Maybe your story is the answer to your deliverance. Okay. No reverence for time. There's no way you can tell me that you are visionary and you have no reverence for time. See somebody that's late all the time, don't have a sensitive, oh, I'll pay it whenever. Oh, oh, I'll pay you back. Oh, I didn't know you meant this week. No, you go ghost from them because they have no reverence for time. True visionaries have an understanding of the spiritual sign of timing. Timing is a very spiritual thing. See what you didn't do at 21? So you missed it. So that then you had to go another whole cycle around the mountain before you got up into 25. You missed it then. Then you said, well, I'm young. I'm out of college. It's time for me to just be happy and do some things. Okay. So that's the reason why the people at 30 are now buying their houses, their boats, and launching ministry and all of that. And you're just starting because see, you took that 21 and that 25 and you missed it. Now you need to ask the Lord to give you recompense and bring it back. How many of you all have poured into your children? Have you spoke life over your children? Have you pushed them in areas to develop them? Do you know when you see your children, each of you should be able to look at your children individually? Oh, yeah. I knew my children who I could trust. I knew who was going to be the entrepreneur. I knew who was going to be the whiner. And I knew the one that wasn't going to wait on none of us. He was going to end up there before all of us. A mother know their children, right? We just know our children. Well, what about what God say? God knows you as well. So what did he tell you? What about vision stealers? Are you a vision stealer? Because the one that's entitled, They're a vision stealer. They are. They will steal other people's vision, clone it, and call it theirs and expect the blessing because they're too lazy. So, what they do is they just copy what other people do. But I believe that we could be world shakers and champions. So, the last one is going to be your mind is absorbed with who owes you. A person that the spirit of entitlement on them literally will think constantly, you owe me this. This one should do this for me. A true anointed visionary, they don't care about none of that. So let's talk about a champion. Well, let me go over this crippled mindset first. So the crippled mindset is mostly like the Hamans. In every vision, you're going to have a Haman. I don't know one that doesn't. Everybody tell me about their vision. I go, did you meet your Haman yet? They be like, yeah, we went through that season. Everybody does. The Hamans are the ones that create a crippled mindset in this visionary. You're you are led by vengeance. All you remember is what everybody's done you. You literally burst out of vision. Your motive is out of vision. You run faster than everybody because literally because you those vengeance. Next, your mindset is crippled. I got 15 minutes. I'm working it. Crippled, right? Your mindset is crippled because you mad because daddy gave the land to the big brother. Oh yeah. You mad because you didn't have that opportunity. But when the spirit of vision is on the inside of you, you don't need nobody to do nothing for you. So let me say this to you. I decree and declare to you today that you will stand firm in God, that you will know Him in the fullness. You don't need no man to open up a door. If God chooses to use one, it's great, but make sure that you birth that anointing in you first. And then you can be able to walk on high and be able to birth. And I decree and declare that vision stirs up in you today. Mm. Oh my God. And the mindsets that was locked up shall come free today in Jesus' wonderful name. Now we're getting ready to activate vision on the inside. How we gonna do it in this room? I have no clue. You got a plan? Y'all, you better get a plan because I'm gonna touch everybody in this room. We activating vision. Turn to your neighbor and say she gonna activate our visions. And let me tell you how I'm qualified to do it because I went through the pain. I'm a wise woman. What is a wise woman? A wise woman is someone who went through hell and back, right? But they lived to the point to be able to learn the wisdom and now teach it. I know y'all didn't think that's a wise woman. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the Hamans has a jealous heart. Their motive is always finding out about the jealous heart. They have a jealous heart, so they always think everybody else got a jealous heart. They live, they live for the day of, what they can get. Who's going to do this for me? Who's doing this? Oh, this one's doing this. You don't have to live that. They live for mediocre. They do. They measure themselves by others. They kill off their competitors to be on top. Now that's a Haman straight up. I can't beat you, so I'm going to kill you. I'm going to go after your seed so I could distract you so I could get on top. Ooh, that's a spirit of Haman. Vision killers by nature. Literally, the nature of that person is to kill other people's vision. Next, the cycle of altars are in effect. See, whenever you got somebody that is like got a crippled mindset, there's a demonic altar set up against that person. So let me talk to you about visionary and enemies coming after your vision. See, this is the reason why you got to walk it right. This is the reason why that word got to be your guide. This is the reason why you got to make sure that you stay in step. I want you all to go back and look at part one of this vision because I gave my foundation in the beginning of that. Go back to part one and then come back to this one. Those of you that are online as well. Also, you have to understand that when those altars has been set up in your name, somebody got to come to a spiritual place to kill that. Now you might say, well, prophet, why would somebody want to kill the vision in me? Because they didn't like your mama. Or they didn't like your daddy and your mama together because your daddy was wonderful to your mom and built her a house. And Miss Lula down the street was upset. So she came against your mama. And then you don't understand that what she tried to do is curse you because you were the seed of your mother. See, some people say, oh, prophetess, that's just a little bit too much to believe. No, that's just because you're not spiritual, baby, and you don't know your word. The Bible says, suffer a witch not to live. So what you going to do with that one? So when you think, of, why would he put that in there then? Why? Tell me why. When their altars have been set up against you. A few weeks ago, I ministered on demonic altars. Please go back and listen to it because demons come after the vision in your life and they do it through altars. You might think, how could somebody be so evil to be jealous of my mom and my dad to curse, to try to come after the success of the children? Oh, you don't know. You don't understand the wicked side of this. You just don't understand. You need to understand that when Lucifer got kicked out, you need to understand the strategies. See, he's not like God. He can't be all over. So he got little Trojans or little setups of witches and imps in every other state that they hook up together to try to load stuff. But this is the reason why you know you got to be knowing that your vision comes from God. You strapped in the word, your hands are clean, and all you do is know how to work the word. I published a book about 2 years ago called The Prophetic War and Decree, and that book teaches you how to war. Well, see, I was in a season where I had to learn how to war. You need to know how to war. No great vision. If you think your vision is great, no way you're going to have an easy peasy. Not if it's going to glorify God. Now, if you kind of dip in a little bit side, kind of, working on the left side a little bit, well, yeah, he'll let that succeed. But if you walk in it for God, you're going to have to pray that thing through. That's the reason why you start with prayer, you end with prayer. That's the reason why your spiritual eyes has got to be open up. See, you're going to love whenever you begin to walk in the spiritual realm. You will love it. Can you imagine not having to go to anybody, just talk to God, and you have a visitation and God give you revelation? Can you imagine just waking up and all of a sudden the Lord show you and you tell your wife, baby, I got a word. The Lord gave me this and the Lord gave me this. And you know what? All you doing is looking for your pastor. Somebody gives you confirmation on time. That's it. Do you know God wants to be that close to you? He does. But now let's end with the champion. The champion mindset is the one that's getting ready to go on and launch for God. So, what is the supernatural champion mindset? A champion will position themselves and seek revelatory knowledge through worship. When you worship, revelation comes. When you worship, you position yourself to hear from God. Yes, you position yourself to get downloads. When I say download, that's when you wake up one day and, oh my God, in the pit of your belly, you know what to do. A champion revelation is needed by God. They live off revelation. When you begin to walk in the prophetic, you will begin to live to hear God. See, some of you all, you think business is one thing, this is something else. Well, guess what? That's not really so. God is very much involved in what you do, where you go, and how you get. God is very much involved in that. He wants to know what you're doing. Can I go to this business meeting? What should I say in that? Should I accept this grant? Do I wait for this, or do you have a partner? Somebody's going. You have to wait for the flow of God. God is very much involved in that. This is the reason why a champion keeps their ears open. Let me tell you what a champion does. While you talking to them, they listen to God in this ear, and this ear, they're ciphering your word. See, a champion, they strap with all the supernatural gifts. So they know how to discern. They got wisdom. They got word of knowledge. Ooh, you talking to them, baby. You think you can pull a whammy on them, and they looking at you. Inside, and by the time, and they just smiling to you, right? And right after you finish, they say, "God bless you. I pray your business work," and go on. See, a champion, they know trashy money. They won't touch trashy money. I don't need nothing fast. Anything fast comes down. Oh my goodness. Speak the vision with tunnel vision. See, it's going to be real important that you stay. So, what did the Lord say? So, if any one of you come and say, well, prophetess, I want to know about my vision. First thing I'm going to ask you, tell me the last thing the Lord said to you. Tell me the first vision that you saw. That's immediately. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Remember that. I tell people when they tell me they just got married, I say, how did the Lord confirm to you? Oh, the Lord did this and this. I said, you better remember it because you're going to need it when you go through that battle. They be looking at me like, I said, no. I said, no. Just hold on to that. So when that devil come back to tell you he ain't the one, he ain't the one. No, I'm saying, no. You told me. Some of them I actually record them. And when they come back, I say, oh, 1 minute. Listen to this. I do. With your vision, you must remember when the vision was imparted. Do you know I know the first day that the vision was imparted in me? I remember it. Do you know I even can remember the actual feel of the presence of God? I can. Yes. The next one is going to be speak the vision with tunnel vision and call for destiny. There are going to be days that you'll have things that's going to tell you it's not going to work. You're going to have to stand before God and say, I decree and declare that the spirit of destiny shall rise in me. And you're going to have to use the word and come against what is said. Next is a champion knows success come from the Lord. They're not trying to get buck wild. They're not trying to just say what they did. They know better than to take glory from God because they know that's going to curse the vision. Next is rise daily with a set mind for vision. Do you know until from the day that God gave me this assignment, every day there's been a day of vision. Every day. No, you don't understand. Prophet is even on Christmas. What? Every day. Every day. And the only time that I've ever faltered is the day that I didn't listen to what he said. Come on, you really want a God thing? What if you one of the next generals sitting before me today? What if you are? What if the vision that's inside your belly is going to be the one that's going to have the next wave of revival? What if you're the next Brownsville revival? What if you are? Do not take vision lightly. Oh my God. I was walking around with a ponytail in my head, doing the garden and all kind of stuff. Wasn't even thinking about any of them. And then all of a sudden the Lord say, now is the time. You know what? It was when I had given up on everything. I was like, okay, this is good. I'm just enjoying my house and love God and love people. Don't give me this thing about being too old. Who in here think they're too old? That is a spirit tormenting you. And you need to watch who's planted that seed in you. And you need to send it back to the pits of hell. Yeah, give it a full name. Yes, it's a spirit of sabotage. And it wants to use self sabotage to kill you and to kill the vision. You speak against it. Next thing is a champion understand the ways of God and how God moves with no fear. See, God has a pattern in the way he moves. People who know him know the patterns of God, and they're going to stay connected to that. See, but a champion has such strategic eyes. I believe when people go in partnership, I believe that they should know the eyes of God. They really should. You should have one that is sharp in one way and the other one that's sharp. One see, one hear. One anointed in this area, one anointed in here. Because every time that God sends somebody out, what did he do? He sent them out two by two. God, why you gonna go change the plan? If God didn't change the plan, Jesus didn't. So what's the deal? Who are you? Keep the plan. Because while one is working, the other one can see. Yeah. When one gets tired, the other one can rank up and it can let that person rest. Two by two. Next thing is a champion understand the laws of God. No cursing the vision. See, the champion understand that whatever come out of your mouth is powerful. So a champion is not going to say foolish stuff. A champion will strike silent and be able to power up that anointing on the inside. A champion plans for success And when God says yes to a plan, it's not going to move. A champion don't move before time. See, people that are anxious, they need it right now, the quick little deal they got. Oh, that's not a real champion. That means that's one of the ones going to be crying at night because they birthed before time. A champ, when you birth before time, you could forfeit the whole vision. You bring a baby here before time, it could be deformed. Or it could die in the midst of it. So timing is very important. How do you learn timing? Timing is connected to the prophetic. The more of the timing that you understand on the inside of you, the more accuracy you have with the way that you walk. The enemy uses your mistakes to hold them in front of you to literally hinder the actual walk or birthing of the vision. A champion is caught in vision. They caught in vision early. See, they got the vision early and they hold on to it and they haven't moved from the plan. Somebody said, well, you're going to be doing this. And you say, well, I can't see that. So let me break this little bitty one right here in the meantime. Do you know that's altering the plan of God? No, you wait on the plan. Some of y'all might say, well, prophets, I thought I was going to be a football player. And I thought the Lord was going to just do this. And I thought I was going to go pro. And I didn't understand. And it was no, because that was your vision. That wasn't his. How many of you have tried to birth a vision that really wasn't God, but you were too prideful to admit you made a mistake? You got to go on and admit you made a mistake so God can reset you and give you the true one and bring clarity. Whenever somebody's prideful, that they're fearful that they've made a mistake, guess what? They keep birthing the same mistake. Oh, my God. You ever see anybody going around the same mountain? It's because there's a lie that they're believing. And they're holding on to it. And what they don't know is the spirit of that lie is now controlling the vision. My God. The greatest words that I could tell you today is keep the vision pure. Keep the vision pure. A champion understands the preciousness of time. The champion understands that there are God moments in a vision. There's several stages of a vision that you need to understand. 7 keys to birthing vision, and then we will conclude. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven. You got purpose in you. Oh, you have purpose in you. So these are the stages. There are seasons. If you don't understand that there are seasons, you will birth and you will step out before time. There's a season for everything. There's a season to serve. Do you know when you serve, you literally add to your vision? There's a season to go on and study. Do you know most time you study while you serve? There's a season to go to school and study for the vision. The next session key is going to be timing, to know when to birth. And understand seasons. Let me go back to seasons. Sometimes there's a season for you to just give. While you giving, guess what? You're giving and you're putting seeds into yours. God would make me sow into other people's vision, and my vision was just jacked up and sitting on a shelf. But I didn't understand he made me give into wealth builders. And that was the seed that determined the launching of my birth and how vast it was. So I didn't get to go through the local thing. I went straight to the nation. But you know what the Lord reminded me of? He reminded me of the seeds that I planted. I remember there was a time he literally told me, he said, I want you to think about everybody that helped you. He said, everybody that labored. Then I had a prophet to come and tell me the same thing. I got down one day and I wrote checks out of my personal account and I said, and I sold. 1 month later, I got the call. So what I want to know is whose vision are you sowing in and whose vision are you working in and were you a goat in that vision?
It's time to release war on the enemy. Prophetic War and Decrees by Prophetess Miranda. Available now. Visit prophetessmiranda.com to order today.